I seek refuge in Bala, Samiel, all-knowing from the accursed Satan. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, and here you will be helped. May peace and blessings be upon Muhammad and his good and pure family. May God bless Muhammad and his family and watch. G. If dear people remember that we said that we discussed these dialogues, they fall into 3 chapters and some introductory studies. Otherwise, to this day, all of us in introductory and high human studies also remain in the 3 chapters that we referred to in the previous research or the previous researches. Chapter 1, Evidence, Arguments, and Proofs of those who believe in the existence of God and those who believe in his existence. Chapter 2, Evidence and Arguments, providing evidence for what he says. Evidence and arguments that we are in us for the existence of priority. This is the 2nd chapter. The 3rd and highest chapter is one of the important chapters. I did not say the most important chapters. Assume parity with the evidence. This research is a study of the exposure of evidence. This means that the evidence is that little is sufficient. So it is more likely for this reasoning, or what is more likely for that reasoning. What are the odds? There are no clear explanations. Are there any odds or what are no odds? These are the most likely to be taken. What is it? No less within the belief system. I mean, with a frown when you say there are 2 parties. Tarfun believes and Tarfun does not believe. Within the belief system. What are they saying? What do they say with this positivity? Whether one side accepts the other. Or not accept no. Less alert the other party. We are when evidence, arguments and proofs are equal. Except what do we ask for? Who do we ask? Who do we ask? We tell. Oh no. What do you say? Now I have equal mental evidence. What is her permission? Here is the wonder of the Holy Quran. Our Lord gave a solution. He said, if it was such and such, then what would they go to? If so. To me, God willing, this is yet to come. Which is about it? Wisdom. God's nature is the same as people's nature over me. This is the wisdom of our Master when he frowns. Toward or towards them. Every J after. God period. God period. God period. What am I doing? In the words of Jack Rez and the last of Dwayne. How I give between me and me. God is Marta Akoi. I would not have told his door. You and God period. God period. God period. With a fort after that. I'll assume they said he did. This is one of the solutions. Between you and me. We want you again. God period. Why didn't he ask me? Stuff it. Or push it. God period. Covered, you can see for the Majav. And Megoff. What am I doing? No less, according to those who found our site. And no one says I am hollow. You are the one who does not see. This means Hajjaj area. It does not assume confiscations on what is required, I am hollow. You are blind and you cannot see. No dear. No, that's why you see, I see. But he took my hand. It also jerked. The dialogue took place. Don't take my hand. Don't take my hand. Don't take your hand, Mulan. As a result, we pray for the truth. As a result, we seek the truth to reach it as long as we stray from the truth to reach it. Did you curse? No reason. Perhaps they will be able to level our spoons. They make me feel good. Malay. May God reward them well. May God reward them well. If it is difficult between you and me. Oh, he said, oh, you postponed. You should never commit to something that is not crazy. This is Sources on Paradise. Sources unwanted Mulan. No. Commitment. Are they not insulting Logika? We are looking for something to do with you, whether you are with us, or in the shackles of Moby. Your vulgarity, and the pearls, what is that? All of it has not been emptied of what is wrong with it. This is what they understood. He was the one who was lying. I said the grave. This is why he said to him, this is you, and, lo and behold, you found it al Chue. The shelf, the niche, and the arrangers. No. This is the lead. I said you would say it was 50. 50. In sending the protest and 50. 50. That there is no guidance is the saying of Huda is the saying that if it is solved then we reach a stage where we reach the dimension of action after preparing a way, which is that what does he say? What should we do? Acting on the hypothesis of the existence of God through its hypothesis is monotheistic and not self-evident, nor is the path of a hypothesis meaning an explanation of the result. No one can deny the hypothesis of what? The hypothesis of the existence of God. Even someone who denies the existence of God cannot deny the hypothesis of the existence of God. Abdul Major. Why does he say that? Because this is why he does not provide evidence to deny what to deny the hypothesis and the explanation that I have given for a universe that is my glory, so Venijak is a universe, and this is not disputed except to one who has perfect peace. All of this is all concern in a mother and imagination in the imagination of events that are intended for you. No, all of this is because they believe that there are no equals and equals. I called it to be a system and to be a system and not to another. This needs no explanation, and what needs no explanation needs to what guides us to these phenomena and this organization and does not direct the investigation well, the scribes, the rationalists, or the rational people, call them whatever they want. With the hypothesis of existence, if not with the hypothesis, what does non-existence matter? This is another concern. No, never. You define it in a clear, precise, and frank way. Mulan, if we count many times, 4 chapters. As for Ali, he is the all-knowing. Of course, you find me sometimes. I add and bite. Introductions or I add some issues, be careful during the questions that come to me, that is, either from the dear brothers in the valley here, or from the websites, or from the phones, because you know that I am always on the phone, meaning that it is not always open. I usually call it to announce to you, but it is upon the fasting woman. The issue is fragile, and I wanted to build my ears and settle the matter and talk about our topic. This is why I really solved this research. My condolences. There is no problem or suspicion. It is one of the most important pieces of evidence that we have got in us. His theory developed under Darwinism, and this is Darwinism's restriction, as we put it, as a precautionary restriction and not an illustrative restriction, because after that it will be over. Why do we restrict it? What do we restrict? I evolved with Darwinism, because there was some of it specific to Darwin that exists. He bought the theory of evolution. In the name of my condolences, in the name of Darwin, and there is nothing other than Darwin, my dear. Otherwise, this day we have Darwin gone. Our lives are no longer alive today. This is not all they want. 2 hearts, and his mother is there. They are suspected. My dearest. They are now almost suspected. They are now almost present in the biological sciences and in others and others. It is present in very high percentages that greatly exceed those in the West and elsewhere. This is what is depicted as deceiving people or on pulpits. Praise be to God. God has made us a theoretical jinn. No dear. No grace. Yes. Yes. It exists now. This is because it was brought to me through the communications revolution in Allah and the village of Al-Kawaniya. What is this? Dat Jina. This is why this evidence is here. The second evidence is the existence of evils in the world. This is the tangible world. This is one of the most important proofs. The most important evidence is the existence of what evils on the grounds that these evils are not consistent with the hypotheses that the monotheists and believers say in my existence to the all-knowing, all-powerful, all-wise Creator, and so on. They are consistent, they are not in harmony, they are not consistent, they are not consistent. Hypothesis, to this. The specifications do not fit in with this universe. That what do we see? It is a very valid question, and it has a history of centuries with dozens and dozens of groups. As for those who say only, God willing, we will stand that it is close to me, considering that it has become a multiple episode, God willing, we will soon reach it. As for the believers who curse that there is a priority in the ball, it will come, and we classify it for the first reasons that occurred that need to be classified. Let us now usually mean the evidence that their pocket is the first proof of alpha dos, the possibility of the proof of so and so and so and so. Because this needs to be classified, the universe has its axis, which is usually found in philosophical books. This classification, like Islamic philosophical books, did not come. We need to classify the other. It is included in the places of the other. As for what is the theory of evolution and management, our conversation in this episode and perhaps the next episode is related. What should we take in a general perception of this theory? Let me bring you into the atmosphere. Atmosphere. This theory is by Azai Charles Zabdar Olan Azai, of English origin or British origin, and he was born in 1,000 fat years, 190 years ago, and he left this world in 1,000 fat years, 102 years ago, and this is a point. The second point is the entire theory on the issue of the evolution of nuclei or the origin of nuclei. Azai is found in his well-known and famous book, translated into many languages in the world. Consider the book The Origin of Annuities. It will be better, God Almighty willing, if the opportunities for this book become available. This book was written by Azai, meaning Nashara Masood. Its author was Nashara, in his 1,000 years, 195 years old, meaning he was approximately 50 years old, but he worked on it from the time he wrote it, 30 years old, to his 1,000 years old, approximately 20 years ago. These were the efforts of the people who wrote and compiled these letters and poems during a voyage on the royal ship that took a long time. For 5 years, the well-known Sven Bagel, who started from 1,000 gi, 130, to 1,000 gi, represents 35 years, which we collected here. He collected the signs he needed, looked at them one by one, and established what? This theory is the best. The first is that it is the second point, which is that what is the history of this theory, I wonder. Did he create it, the concepts and the alphabets, or not? This theory has no historical roots that extend to before what? Before birth, which one of them, in brief, I say Azai, so that I will not elaborate on the fact that if it happens, then we will stop at that. You know that Dr. Abd al-Rahman Badu Azai is one of the people who are experts and even specialists in such fields in the well-known encyclopedia, the Encyclopedia of Philosophy, Volume 1, in my translation, Daruna Azai, a dreamer, an English animal, famous in particular. They are amazed by evolution, and we are like to say, this is what Daruna relied on. It was written by Lamarck. Check it out well. If not, Mark, to you in his book, The Deceased Animal Falsehood, on the Phasm of Death, you will use it, or his book, The Phasm of Death, Solon. No, I will leave it, Hea, The Phasm of Death, 9. The date of writing and the date of his death. The influence of the surrounding corals. What is known for your theory? What is Lamarck's theory of evolution? Moulin. This also has some anger. The theory of evolution is not Martianism, known for its theory of evolution. Not Marxism. My condolences as you say this. We said this. This is a precautionary reason and no clarification. Azza. Haya al-Natsarim, in a sentence, as I mentioned in previous researches, also believes in the evolution of the souls, but on the basis of neglect and use. What does he say? What does he say? If he needs to use two of his organs, this type will grow, except transfer and numerically to what does it develop in the direction, as in the giraffe. They believe that the giraffe was except for this long neck, contagious, but little by little, it became thick and harmful, and likewise in reward, it became high, so this one gradually increased. Whatever it was, he raised his rose, so what happened? As for the other lizards that are neglected, meaning they have no need for them, what will happen? They wither, and wither. Well, God willing, when we prove the theory, this is with a promise, all of it is linked to heavens, attributed to genetic engineering. Of course, this was not clear in my time, not in Lamarck and Darwin, but after that, this is a promise of its revival. Modern Darwinism revived the old Darwinism. Ali Lahul says, as he then relied on. Lamarck is accredited, he relied on Charles Lyell's Arabic. My Charles, Mula, Charles Lyell's Arabic Chun, I will ask that I, and what I mentioned, the passages, know Azza, these are the alphas. I do not know the correct pronunciation of Azza, so I apologize to Azza, so that it may be because I am the fault of the English. They have not mastered Hajida. Maulana, Araba Chun, in his book Principles of Geology, the 8,000 Mayatlath, Sam says, Azaya, the name of Darwin's class, what did he end up with, Malish, that he is the means of the Bakata, his diminishing everything. Increasing, and from this presentation it becomes clear that Darwin was not the inventor of the famous theory of evolution, the theory of evolution, that all forms are first and preceded by ranks. Yes, he received it from Mark in terms of biology and from Spencer in terms of determining the law of evolution and who. Yes, the division and creation of all of these were the foundations. He was able, and this is a privilege on his part. Darwin was able to bring all of these samples, evidence, and theories together in my view as one theory, meaning in other words, the hook of the article of thousands, millions of phenomena, but in my opinion, one thing, what is the secret? No. Al-Tafuk attributed you to the secret. I mean, he said that if you represent your count, you will find that it is you are it. These are mathematical rules, but your hand is fair. He says to you, is the equation of all these rules so solvable that you can solve it in a way like that? I assume, for example, in the discussion of philosophy. Mullah Sadra says, the chapter on the originality of the existing, the solution of the gens, everything. An Arab security says, one of the existing ones, the solution of the gens, and the itch of two twisters, so this is his expression. Accurate Dr. Ader Heyman Badawi says, but the merit of Darwin is in bringing these different ideas together in my view. I mean, my view is that they are broken down to you. Did God establish? Did God establish? Did God establish? Did God establish? Did this diversity solve this diversity? Because you find Mulan a human being. This human being is different from us. You knew Mulan. My father remained brown, red, or ion. Shackle's hair. Hundreds of thousands of shapes and images. Otherwise, that means independent and created. My father established himself and created. And even this is contrary to the fact that the Holy Quran, because God is glory be to him, says this. And he is fat, he did not create, he returned a lot, and a human being was created, he insisted on the Mangan, the poetry of Abu Ja'ad, Mulan, he was released, Mulan, Adam, the price of 2 wings, no, his soul is one, connected to the soul. I do not agree to say that the hair of 2 wings, the eyes of 2 wings, blue and black, Mulan will be in your world. They are Adam's reward in paradise, that it is blue. This is a mutation in paradise, the location of the event to make you happy, and for this reason you find the Holy Quran blue. It is considered a wondrous witness, the Holy Quran, and that the paradise has been poured out that it is blue. In color or in the eye, what are some of them that are clear? An error in the gardens, and some of them are clear in the gardens. The Gardens are Tokti, but they are Tokti, Mulan in the process. They have a Nadsiya, Kadshin Asin, she is Tefrutha, and Nawin, a mistake in the correct gardens, the sun Nun, the gardens, Tokti. These are the things of God. I told you, if we succeed, we will stop. If I made it difficult for you to say it, and do not say, lady, it will be, this hijak will be in Bayan Min, and if they are long, we will fall into the house on a god. He says, the Kaft, he says, he is in the plural. These differing ideas are in a single theory that is supported specifically by observations or supported by observations specifically by observations of nature during a voyage on the ship Beagle from 1100, one of which has a triplet of 2 to 806 and 1300. This is a source of my condolences. The second resource is the Encyclopedia al-Fil Sabi'a, the Arabic language that we mentioned to the Honorable, the preparer of the Arab Development, to the Editor-in-Chief, and there are more meanings than that. And if there are many forgettable times after this, the same scene, my condolences, even to us, take it for granted. Marwakat Azai, in the first volume, page 266. Azai says that evolution is an assumption, as the ship is ancient. It is believed that living species are not constant in what they are. This assumption goes back to the philosophers of Greece and Latin, such as and such, for whom the whole world was governed by the benevolent energies. The last of them does not seek help. Encyclopedia Arabic International is the encyclopedia of Ezai, one of the encyclopedias. It is very important, and like you and Hayat, it is located in 30 magazines. Each magazine contains the blood of 2. It is characterized by the work of Adwal and Hammett. If it follows a poem like this, it is written with an inverse. It becomes the same as the magazines. What are the letters of Mulan? They are not clear, nor is this Mulan. Its origin. Should they first remove John so that you do not lose the rights? Mulan. This is Mulan. Funding and sponsorship from His Royal Highness Prince Sultan bin Abdulaziz Al Aswad Mulan. The one Tawfiq, a few years ago, Mulan Mabashu and Yalit. This is a message from here, and I do not say that the people of Genoa have the potential, and that is the solution. Is it possible for a number of mines to be completed from boilers for Hasina? What do we need? What has come to me? But my uncle is appointed to be completed from mines. Is this their concern? These projects need no funding and need, by God, projects like this are for the service of whomever you think and say, its door will bring you a group of rubbish. Count them every time you have a few years, and these are years to count the years of Mulan. As for those who fled, you know, and you do not know, Ashji took charge on the page of Maulana on the page of Latash. Participated in the production of the International Arabic Encyclopedia. 1,000 authors. Translators, editors, and reviewers. 1,000 meaning al-Shari. Their narrators succeeded. Their institutions completed their works. Their prose. I mean, you will find a torrential work prepared for the seminary by Sheikh Tuzi for this day. And your right is here to Amra to you. Yes, this is read. I mean, when these surveys go to institutions and international libraries, he takes the vision and takes it within the vision of the Al-Bayt school. If this vision is Maulana, we expect that he will review the food until Kumaid Rassam has 5 of you, and it is lost from my sight. He will come between me and God. He will isolate the study. Were we not reading it and reading it together? He is struggling with it, and that is why I said them because, unfortunately, time is telling you. Is Abhad Tijad? I abolished the farm for an hour alone with the messenger of Arabat. What is your right? I did not say with my own hand 10 years ago that 230 to 240 studies were filled, and the son, Taman, did not rush, so he ran away. Taman is alive and feeds the entire Islamic world or he does not stop. You may be like an academic school with you. He is in front of a delegate in front of him, so he is in front of an academic school. He is in front of an academic school. Pamper me. They said, we will stop and you will find out how to buy academic studies. Praise be to God. There are a lot of sentences from the honorable people. It is the purchase of academic studies. It is not the case after McKeef says, from us, he says, from us, and it is obligatory from us, and there are no sources. For the book of the International Circle of Knowledge, Mulan is a concern, and he came and went, they are creating a circle of knowledge. This takes time for them. New water of Seminenti. They went to this circle of knowledge, so they started it, such as Al-Mahajja, Jannah, and Al-Hayama. Al-Ghazali means the places of the one who are in harmony, this one. The places of the one who is a vision of such and such. He brought a vision to meet these people. Do this. For example, on page 20th of the Tafjida. On the 20th page of the introduction, he says it contains 160,000 madabis, meaning sign me up, if you struggle with the language, you will read this. I mean, you will change the size of your book. By God, there are tens of thousands of books. I regret that Aleph is right, and behind it you are unable to read. But it is the book. It is silent and all I read for you. Oh, 5 Mio, such and such a slap. Whoever is crying with greatness, Maulana, with 1/5 of the page. This page is amazing. Your hatred is astonishing. It is not by God. 1,000 Mayu, 30,000 praises, and its poems, Maulana, rise to the top. 23,000 extensions of one letter, but it contains 2 titles, 2 titles that are honest and 2 titles that are rich. Now, what are the additions? What are the additions? Al-Hayabun has not said it explicitly. Nahid says, between me and God are translators for so and so, but we are here to translate it with a Moroccan reading. We translated it with a reading, an Islamic poem, we write it. Why do you expect a reading with a reading? Ali Lahab, there is a consolation of good deeds, there are 25 consolations in the magazine, 25 pages in the magazine, Lathmi and Talas, and 50 sayings are the well-known theories. Well, it is theoretical theory, the history of theory, even though theoretical development is linked in its studies and publications to Darwin, then we will be the first to address some of the issue of the origins of beings and what exists between the forms of beings of connection. So in the most conjugation of the Greek synonyms, we find so and so and so and so, there are 2 eyes of Kashan. The problem of evolution in the animal kingdom of species, because after Nwaniaza, if the subject of the research is the appearance of one Isa, and from here there is a fundamental problem between me and God, if we start from Hebron is the first story about the erasure of the morning of May. The people witnessed the development from the life of the Al-Ajno except the Hayat. This is how it moved from the Livat to the Kaljano neighborhood of Ali except the Hayat. He says, Lawaf because so and so presents a supportive idea except so and so, of course, now I am not going to bring you into the Islamic era. They say that it is the jar. Then don't get lost. I will point out in the appointed time. Call down refers to it and refers to it with very strange expressions. The last horizon of inanimate objects. The first horizon of inanimate objects. And the last horizon of inanimate objects. The first horizon of animals. And the last horizon of animals. The first horizon of generosity to the last colon. The animal horizon from it. This monkey, the chimp, leaned into the colon. This is his last sniff. The highest development of the rest of the monkeys looms. They will be concerned about what they have found in the world of glory. They will not be taken in terms of engineering crimes with man. 99-year-old man wears this. This is one of the strong supporters of the theory. Shama Dara yes, you're infidels, one and only one, which is that we are a group of what is present in man. This is when male and female come. 23-23-26-46 is new. Mulan is 24 to 23, so he found 8 prayers and 44, the kindness of the 2 generations that we are originally from Manaka. They took it. Dots. Snow dots. It is based on Darwin's theory. Finally, in genetic engineering, it is revealed that he is a pair of human perpetrators. This group was listening to me and 4. They said, this is new evidence that he is crazy. This is, God willing, little by little. If we succeed until we stand then, if you do not know the Mulan, you can have a conversation with the other, and you cannot Mulana, you will not wear it. They all see you. You are standing, and some see, they know. We see, this greedy man sees your money. We will get to know each other. This greedy man sees even the information. His face opens up to you. What is it except the meaning of no Kaaba? We will explain the meaning of that to the messenger of one thing and another. The whale. How good is the consolation of the development departments? If we condole this development that was committed by Tabor, we return to the development of Svensa. Development of Lamarck development. Development of Lale development. And all of them. That is why, if they remember my promise in some of the previous episode, I said that developments do not develop, what does not develop one, yes, each one for privacy, for example, Darwin's privacy, Hasma Deriba, seized by her, Darwin, for us, for Darwin, Hasma, Darwin, Daher Darwin. Mulan al-Tafdal, my dear one, is the peculiarity that your people used to say that development is on your basis, and almost on your basis, and you almost manage it. He says on the basis of natural selection. The most important peculiarity in Daru's theory of development is that it is based on the basis of, what did we anoint the unbeliever? They did not understand you, Thakur Daru's theory. They said, look at my day, and here it is normalized. Here you will be elected, and it will be in your world. They're saying that nature selects blindly, is false. Daru says he says you are voting, see what? Reasonable, organized, you choose, they were chosen, this, some debate, this is believed to be nature, and you select wisely, otherwise randomly, intelligently, then unintelligently, then blindly and randomly, unintelligently, yes, alive, you select that, so what you started with is not chosen, he is chosen. This does not come to you. The saying, Mullen, is the best of this understanding. What do you have about the selection of nature? He thinks there is another meaning other than the contradictory meaning, because you are chosen. Natural selection, or even selection, some of its Arabs are translated it in the form of selection, Datar the palms of the Dikumshna, when he entered the selection, what does it mean, and Wajdaflan, and this FAA for them, they are mixed up and not randomly, so yes, God will insist, but he is excommunicated, you are exterminating, unfortunately, never, well done, messenger removed from them, and some of them are permanent, no, dear, no, never. I mean, the al-Falith al-Tiktakatan and al-Muktafikar al-Taktayan, and some of them are ma'asur, no. Foolishness of what we are communicating, foolishness of ignorance among them, intelligent among them, thinkers between God and God, but its chosen one is a pound on the flesh of the Totata's cheeks. Evolution on 3 shortest lines. Biological evolution, which is related to what biology, whose theory is Daruna's theory, is linked to what is related to the world of biology. Asa is to the world of biology and animal looms. Social evolution. This is related to what is clear. Never listen to me, this is Daruna's theory, no, this is Daruna's theory. What is it? The vibrations of the theory. The results of the theory. I mean, he used the theory whether he understands all of its applications. This says with one understandable number, a number of credibility. Babbitt said here in Sa'i, the theory that they said at the top, from the revival of the revival, you are enlarged, a layer in the world of listening, Mulan, and there will be societies that evolve in a state over the course of a periodicity, and there are societies that differ, of course, from an immortal type of theory. There is a species in biology other than the species in society. Qualitative development in societies. For fear of evolution of the species to eternity in His Excellency. What does the third A.J. Mulan know? He said, there are phases in a quarry, meaning Shana. He said that it happens that you develop in a quarry, quantitative, 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 quantitative. To these intellectual developments one time, they take place in Hashan, so a qualitative development. Qualitative means Shana. I mean, you don't specify what is the new intellectual system and attribute it to the previous one. I see. It is as if there were one and the same consciousness if there were multiple phases of this type of thought. This type is the last of what is called in modern literature the epistemological herd. It means that it is as if you are being deceived. This is good. It is a difficult thing or an intellectual breakthrough. A mutation that has become the same term. We are making a breakthrough in biology. Here is a breakthrough. Where is the theory of knowledge, and in the terminology today, nothing but its work is contagious. It is clear then how many types of development we have returned. This is the second side of development. The social, the subsequent development, the epidological, the social, the intellectual, and the ideological. We are Ba'i or Tanti. Praise be to God, Lord of the world, and she said, Mum, mother, 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 mother.